Fourth Avenue is an interesting place.
We visited here one Sunday. We were received so freely and warmly.
From the moment we walked in the door till we sat down, we had already been greeted by like 3 or 4 people.
I've met the folks that I call when I'm in trouble. I've met my role models.
A couple weeks later, we came back, and many of those people remembered our names. And after that day, I told my wife, I said, I think this is home.
I noticed that the people here at Fourth were just as broken as people were everywhere else. But here they weren't ashamed of it. And they were willing to accept you, even though you were broken.
My son is the 5th generation of our family to attend here. I can walk into this room and worship with people that feel like family.
Their support for the members of the body, the people in the church, they support each other, love each other. I experienced that at Fourth.
When I was younger, we lost a lot of members in our family. We lost my uncle, and every time that we had a funeral as a young child, I knew that there was going to be a caravan of people from 4th Avenue there to encourage me and to give me hugs. They're just always there.
I suffered from alcohol addiction. By God's grace, I've been in recovery for over 27 years. Here, I've just felt the acceptance to be able to be who I am. I'm not judged by my past, I'm judged by who I am today.
My ex-wife passed away June 4th. The emotion just kind of overtook me, but the church showed up in a critically difficult time, painful time for my children. It meant so much to me.
My grandfather was a member here. I had the opportunity to watch him struggle with cancer as he would come in devoted every Sunday, tackled those obstacles with joy, the lack of fear. To know that it started when his involvement in this church actually has some very, very deep meaning for me.
One of our friends and brothers, his wife had been sick for a long time with cancer, and she had passed away on a Saturday night. We got here Sunday morning, and he was sitting back there. And I went over and I said, I'm really surprised in some ways that you're here today, in spite of your wife's passing last night. And he looked at me very matter-of-factly and said, where else would I be? And that's 4th Avenue.
So the campaign is called Beyond the Buildings, Story by Story.
We want to be an inner city Franklin church.
Especially for the younger generation.
We've got to make repairs to this old building.
Would meet the needs of the congregation now, not the needs of the congregation in 1970.
We'll also accomplish some really important things for our children's program, welcoming some of our neighbors with mobility issues.
Make it safe, make it warm.
4th Avenue has a heartbeat for our neighbors.
And it's important that we have a place to offer our space for others.
That it'll be a good place for them to come to.
This is an opportunity to give back to the things that matter to us.
In the process of doing so, they'll see God at work here.
There's a lot of good things being done here. There's lives being changed.
To get the most out of the experiences here, you're really going to have to give.
Sharing the love of the Lord with people in need.
I think it's important that people do what they can do.
It's important for the church to continue to serve the ministry of the community.
And I think that's a big part of this campaign, is to do what we are called to do, be good stewards of what we have, to have a place to meet, to go out into the world and do God's work. Here they'll be accepted. Here they'll be loved.
When you come into 4th Avenue and you're around the people,
We find ourselves wanting to be here every day.
Everybody's just so loving here.
It's been home base for me as I've grown up.
you realize this place is different.
That is what I have seen here at Fourth.
I'm just blown away by the way the Holy Spirit moves through this church.
It's really exciting to think about what we could do.
We're able to receive help and acceptance here.
When they hear the conversations that happen amongst people here, they know they're home.